This one thing is absolutely killing your manifestations. And when you can overcome this one thing and get yourself to that next level where you completely eliminate it from your life, you will find that you can manifest whatever you want to come into your life. And the reason why I know this is because I used to do this. This one thing was controlling my life and blocking my manifestations from coming to me. And I was doing this my entire life. And the moment that I was incarcerated and I went to prison, this one thing was taken from me. And what I found was that's the reason. That was the spark that I needed. That was the thing that I needed to eliminate from my life to get myself to that next level and to establish attention and become a creator and not a consumer in my world. And one thing that I found almost immediately from eliminating this one thing from my life was that I had the ability to focus my attention on a new concept of myself and things that I desired to come into my life. I could easily not react to the three-dimensional world that was telling me something completely different. And this one thing is instant gratification. And instant gratification can come in many different forms. Anything that makes you, that provides a good feeling for you, like instantly, but then immediately afterwards, you find yourself in a very low frequency to where you're kind of addicted to it like a drug, where then you need more of this instant gratification. Then you're hooked onto it. And then all of your power is stripped from you because now you're a consumer and not a creator, and you're reliant on something in your three-dimensional world to make you happy instead of using your own imagination, creating your own feeling states within you. And this can come in many, many forms. Instant gratification can be alcohol. It can be any form of drug. It can be unhealthy food that tastes absolutely great, like a honey bun, something that your favorite food, but you know it's not good for you. It makes you feel good instantly, but afterwards you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that to myself. It can also come in the form of pornography, or it can come in the form of TikTok shorts, Instagram reels, short content that makes you feel good, that has all this entertainment. I'm not talking about self-development stuff. I'm talking, or educational things. I'm talking about entertainment, something that someone else is creating that you're consuming. Then you're addicted to it. It's making you feel good. And as soon as you stop watching it, you just feel like you don't have the ability to create. Like you are now addicted to someone else's creation and you've kind of fallen asleep. In that state, you become less conscious, and now you're just kind of operating in your world, on autopilot, where you have no control, like a daydream. Like you don't have control of the direction of your attention because it's being consumed by other people's thoughts and their creations. So it's like you're falling deep into this hole, with instant gratification, where you need something on the outside world, in the three-dimensional world, to make you happy, instead of creating it from within yourself, developing yourself and doing hard work within yourself, like developing yourself. Like even in meditation, that can be difficult sometimes for a lot of people that are hooked on instant gratification. They go within themselves in a quick meditation where they sit there and they're just telling their body to be still, and the body doesn't want to be still. It's not connected to the mind. The mind and the body, the subconscious mind, have no connection. You're not in control of what your body is doing. You're not in control of what the subconscious mind is doing because you haven't developed that muscle of your mind to develop this skill. So then you sit in meditation for a couple minutes and the body's like, nope, I got to go do this, or I got to go do that, or I want to play with my phone, or my notifications just came on, a new TikTok reel came out, or Instagram reel, or a new short came out, I got to watch this, or this new movie came out, or I got to go eat this honey bun, or I got to go do this. So then the subconscious mind is then in control because then it's molded, from your habitual behaviors in the past. So this is one thing that I had to overcome, and going to prison and being incarcerated took all of this away from me. So it completely shifted me from instant gratification to finding my own happiness within and developing my attention in my inner world, because that's really the real world, is within you, and that's being projected out onto the screen of space. So that's what you have to develop in order to get to that next level. Because if you don't have the power to direct your attention and it's always being controlled from outside stimulus in the three-dimensional world, then you don't have control. And if you don't have control, then you're not going to have the ability to assume a feeling state or assume your wish fulfilled or fall asleep with the controlling the direction of your attention or doing certain things throughout the day where you're really manipulating your three-dimensional world. Because if your world is manipulating you, it's controlling you and you're controlled by it. There's no way that you're going to have the power to control it. It's one way or the other. Either your three-dimensional world is controlling you or you are controlling it. So if you've had any issues about manifestation and you know that you are consuming a lot of different content and your attention is attracted from without in the three-dimensional world and it's holding your attention and you're reacting to it and you're doing all of these things that include instant gratification, start right now or start today to eliminate these things, like turning off your notifications on your phone. That way, when you're deep into thought or deep into reading or studying or self-developing or meditating, that you're not being interrupted all of the time. Also, whenever you get the urge for some instant gratification, because that's probably going to happen if you're really addicted to it, redirect your attention to your wish fulfilled, or go into a meditation, or do something that you've been putting off. Something like you've been trying to develop a new business, or there's another job that you want or a promotion. Start redirecting your attention to one of those things. Or for an example, something else that you can do if you're trying to develop your physique, but you're constantly eating things that you shouldn't be eating and you just can't seem to stay on that path, the best thing to do is keep pictures, things that you can even see in the three-dimensional world, and also have a clear picture in your imagination, but also in the three-dimensional world, have pictures around of your dream physique and keep seeing this in your mind as you're moving around. Or, your goal with your business, things that you want to have, the things that you desire, have pictures of these things all around. And those types of things will direct your attention to, with an actual intention to create those things. That can change your mindset because, if you're consuming instant gratification, that's not leading you towards any of your goals. It's only pushing you away from those goals. Because even Neville Goddard stated that the very first element is being specific about what you want, but also having the intention to succeed with that goal. So having these pictures around of your completed goal, whether that's a house that you want or a relationship that you want or a certain amount of money, or you want to help all of these people. And what does that look like? At the end, you want to create these pictures. You can put these pictures up to where you see them constantly. And then automatically you're going to imagine yourself as having these things. That's going to be an automatic sort of thought process that's going to happen with your inner dialogue when you look at them, because you have the intention to succeed. And once you start seeing all these pictures around and then you have the intention to succeed and you see yourself at the end, the instant gratification is no longer going to have control over you, because your subconscious is going to know, you're going to know consciously and subconsciously that these things aren't leading you towards that. So you're not going to be consuming anything or doing anything that's not leading you towards these goals. And this is what will really help you with this. Turning the notifications off your phone, having all these pictures around with your intended vision being completed, and seeing these things, see them in front of you all the time, as much as you possibly can, and holding that picture in your mind and connecting the two. That will keep you from doing anything that's not leading you towards that intention to succeed. And once you establish this part of your mind, you will find that it's much easier not to react to the three-dimensional world, because now you're kind of a creator, and now you're seeing yourself manipulate it and change it, and you see that it's just a simulation. And once you develop this, you start seeing the glitches more often. You start seeing the glitches in the simulation. And you start seeing that it's not really what it seems to be. Then you realize that you really don't have to take it that serious, and you don't need to really react, so emotionally to every little thing that happens, because you then realize that you actually have control from the inner world. And the more that you have control of the inner world, the more that you eliminate instant gratification, is the more you have this control. You start developing this, and then you can start using it. And you start understanding just all the dynamics that are surrounded by this. And you don't take things so seriously. You stop reacting to different things, because you know that you're living in a simulation. You have total control over your feeling states. You have total control over your thoughts. And then you really start getting to that next level to where you can really start manifesting everything that you want. But the first step is eliminating instant gratification from your life. And one of the main things, or the most important thing that I realized when I eliminated instant gratification from my life, is that everything was kind of easy. Even making 7 figures a year, getting out of prison after almost being in there for 10 years, but developing myself, getting away from instant gratification, I realized that it's really simple, that life is actually not that difficult if you have control of the direction of your attention and you're not being controlled by the simulation. Now you've kind of flipped the script with the simulation. Now you're in control of it instead of it controlling you. And that was the controlling factor, was instant gratification. That was the only thing that was holding me back, because once I eliminated that, then I started working on the inner world. Then I started developing my attention, and then I started developing the muscle of my mind. And then I started doing feeling states, started imagining, started visualizing, started affirming, started memorization. I started developing this part of my mind and just, develop this muscle of my mind to where it can just manipulate and change the simulation as I please without being controlled by it. So of completely taking myself away from instant gratification was like the springboard of my ultra success for the future. That just eliminating that one thing. So if you start today, just turning the notifications off and really start going within yourself and eliminating these instant gratifications, going down the list, start thinking of everything that you're doing that includes instant gratification and start eliminating them. Or at least in moderation, start slowing it down. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to eat this anymore. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to eliminate that. I'm going to stop doing this so much. I'm going to stop, and then start redirecting that time that you spend on that on a new business, or doing meditation, or doing the leaf exercise, doing the reverse course. Start visualizing more. Start doing your inner work, with the time that you were spending with the instant gratification. You start taking your power back, start becoming more conscious, and your entire life will change. I can promise you and guarantee that you will see huge changes with your lifestyle and your happiness levels. Your fulfillment level will increase by 1,000%. If you do this, it's just insane how much this will change your life and your happiness, because that instant gratification is like the forbidden fruit that was explained in Genesis. Do not fall for the forbidden fruit, the instant gratifications, things that make you feel good instantly, but afterwards it's like, oh my gosh, I need more of that. I feel like crap afterwards. Then you're like addicted like a drug. I need this just to feel good. And if you don't have it, you feel like crap. So you're searching for it. I need that instant gratification. It's just like a heroin. It's like a drug to where you consume it and then you require it all the time. And then you get into this downward cycle to where you just need more and more and more of it. And eventually it just consumes you. And then you're just like this consumer. You're on autopilot. You're just this walking zombie of sleepwalker that needs these drugs just to wake up in the morning, just to do something. You need something to make you happy, instead of being in that state of gratitude and being in control and knowing that life is just wonderful and beautiful all the time. And these things are robbing you. They're robbing you from life. So start eliminating those today. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.